Hello friends, it's that time of week again, time to do our second Camp NaNoWriMo check-in. You may have noticed I'm in a bit of a different setting. As promised, I'm doing my best impression of camping by at least getting out of the city. I am in a place called Tremblant with a wonderful group of people for 2 nights, and it's just a really great spot. It's remote feeling, but not actually remote enough that I can't, film and edit and upload this video while I'm here. So how has my second week of NaNoWriMo gone? Well, once again, the stuff I mentioned that was affecting me last week, like layoffs and stuff like that, it's still going, but not as bad as it was last week. So I've been speaking with a career counselor, doing some job interviews, cat business is still booming, and creative projects are chugging along. While I did not write every day, I am still on track with my goal of 31K words this month. I was able to get 2,105 done Saturday, 1,072 Sunday, 1,009 Monday, and then 1,118 yesterday when I arrived at camp. Today I have to hit 1,066, so I really don't see that being a problem since just getting here and sitting out on this beautiful deck that's over there. I'm sure I'm going to throw some vlog stuff in to show you that either in this video or the next one, or both, since it sort of straddles these 2 weeks. But just being out there in this atmosphere with the birds, and there's a brook over there that you can hear, like a babbling brook, it's beautiful. Just being here, I hammered out those 1,118 words in like 30 to 40 minutes, so I think I'm good. So that is where I'm at, and I know that I did promise to get into my project a little bit more this week, so I found an excerpt to read you. This is not from the recent writing I've been doing because that's just way too drafty. I mean, the whole thing is still a draft, but this is like, Camp NaNoWriMo is like very, very fresh draft, so I can't share that. This is the intro to a couple of the main characters, and it takes place in chapter 12. The barren valley was vast and white. During the day, it could blind those who weren't used to it, but at night, it presented a glittering and endless expanse, stark, quiet, and deadly. Barely a living thing called the barren valley home. Should you take the wrong step, utter the wrong noise, you'd be buried in a suffocating drift of snow. Lasha found it beautiful. "Can't see a feckin' thing," Maddox yelled from somewhere behind her. Still being able to sense his warg's hot breath on her back, Lasha was not concerned. And while the flurries whipped about her face, she was thankful to have the company of her advisor, no matter how petulant he could be. Buck up, Bloodrose, we're nearly there. She heard a scoff and knew he couldn't be doing all that badly. Having made their way past the spectral pier and through the northern passage, this was, in essence, the easy part. And hopefully, on the way back, they'd have allies to make the process much easier. Sighing, Lasha gave a tug on the neck fur of her warg, and it stopped abruptly. Maddox followed suit. Turning her head back, she was able to see her advisor through the flurries, and while there was no cover to rest in, she tossed him a wineskin. "Drink up. It can't be far now, and I don't want you grumpy for our first liaison with the snow giants." Grudgingly, Maddox caught it and drank, tossing it back to her when he was finished. Though not terribly fatigued, Lasha finished off the hot red liquid to give herself an extra boost, then stored it in the bag slung over her mount. "And what are we to do again if they say no?" her advisor questioned. "Run. Very quickly." Maddox is actually a character who started out in my other series, Eternity, which was started after Synterra, but I wound up merging the 2 worlds. I think he's probably my favorite character that I've ever created, so I'm always looking for excuses to involve him in my worlds, and he is an immortal, so it can be fairly easy to do that. He can just be tossed into like almost any timeline. So these 2 massive series became even more massive, but I think it's a good thing. I think once it's out there, people will like it. Maybe. So to wrap this up, my total word count for camp for Synterra as of today, July 15th, is 12,874. So that's nearly halfway at the nearly halfway point. How are all of you doing with your writing, whether you're participating in camp or not? What projects are you working on? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, thank you for stopping by. Please remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell button so you actually get notified when I post new videos. And last but not least, I hope that you are having a day that is just as wonderful as you are. Bye.